Get those Cybermen out.
G'day guys, Sam and Rosie from the Cybermen here. Today I have a special opening of Draft Box 6. I know we did a video the other day with Bandai's draft box that they sent us, but this is my draft box, one of the ones I bought. I just wanted to go through and have a chat about the foil and just have a closer look at all the cards. So I hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me if I should shave this ridiculous beard because it's getting a bit crazy, as you can see. But it's a lot of fun. Enjoy, guys. See ya. Alrighty, guys. So we're going to open up a box of Draft Box 6. We already did our kind of video earlier this week with the opening and the drafting of these boxes, but we thought we'd do one more opening just to have more of a look at the pull rates, and I can show you the new foiling that we have in this set as well. So you got your slip there. Get your Son Goku leader card, draft rules, a space taker-upperer, if that makes sense. Let's go with pack number 1. So there are no reverse or foil common uncommons in this set, and all rares in this set are foil. So you can see some of the new cards in this set here. You can see that's the foil. It's not that easy to see, but kind of has a rainbow pattern. And they all come out that I've seen with a little bit of a bend, as you can see there. I think it's just a different kind of foiling they've put on top. I'm not sure if that's a cost-saving thing. I'm not a big fan of this foil myself, but it's not horrible. It's just not as nice as, say, the last set. Pack number 2. Go through these quickly, and we have another foil here, so another rare, I should say, Anguilla. Try and get the angle on that so you can see the rainbow. There you go. So there's like a rainbow foiling. But it does kind of remind me of set 4 foils and all the way back to those older sets. So far, no hits, or no big hits. The ones we want to see in, or the main card we want to see in here at the moment in terms of price, is the Demigra SR. Tyrannical Blow, another rare. So that is 3 rares. There are 18 rares in every box, as far as I know. And something interesting we found with another box we opened was that there was one pack in the whole box that had a rare with an SR. The rest of them were just an SR or a rare. Son Goku Power to Protect, which is very interesting. I'll be keen to see if that happens in this box as well. Very strange though. Here's our first SR, King Piccolo the Exterminator. He's a red-yellow with offering. He's got barrier, and when he's played, you can either burn your opponent 1 life if they are on 5 or more life, or choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and minus 20k from it for the turn. Pretty good for red-yellow support. And there's the boys. Look at that, first card in the pack. The one thing that upsets me about not having common, uncommon foils is the fact that I can't get this in foil, because I would like to grade a foil version of it. Call me crazy. I've graded every Cybermen card that we have so far, and I'm going to have to grade a non-foil version of this. It'll definitely be pop 1, I reckon. No one else is sending this to grade. So, oh, look. So there's a foil and GFR. Intersecting Fates is awesome, such a good card. And Piccolo Jr. Giant Force is a unison, obviously. All the GFRs are unisons. Once per turn, when your opponent adds a card from their life to their hand or drop area, add a marker to this card. You can +1, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 5,000 power for the turn. And -6, if your leader card is red, choose up to 2 of your mono red battle cards with different names, energy cost of 3 or less, and 90,000 power or less in your deck or hand, and play them, then shuffle your deck. Pretty cool to +2 from the deck and play them. Shenanigans with this card, I can imagine. Right, we got another hit here. So see this one, SR without a rare. This is Herodogan, the Recurring Nightmare. That is a wordy card. Energy Exhaust, unique blocker, revive. So this is another revive card. As we know, the Herodogan kind of deck is focusing on KOing your own battle cards at the moment with this new support. You can play him by sacking a 4, 6, or 7 cost Herodogan in your battle area for 1 energy. And if your leader card is green, when this card activates its blocker skill, choose 1 card in your opponent's hand and discard it. Pretty cool. I'm keen to see what comes out of this Herodogan support. There's a lot of Herodogan cards now. You play blue-green. Son Goku, Nimbus Master. Looks like we're getting heavy on the red cards here. It's a unique 3-drop 15k. If it's your opponent's turn at the end of battle, where this card is used in a combo, play up to 1 skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your deck or drop area and shuffle your deck. So that's pretty cool. Like, it's a 1-cost combo and you can play a 2-cost on your opponent's turn with it. And a 1-cost, send 1 skillless battle card from your drop area to your WAP to play this card for in your hand. Getting a 15k out for 1 is pretty good as well. Skillless support, there's a lot of that in this draft box. There's Son Goku, Plan for Victory. I don't think I've seen this card in person yet. It's really nice looking rare. Doesn't look very playable, but it's cool. There you go. Compared to the other one where we had an SR without a rare, this is an SR with a rare. It's strange. I wonder what decides that. King Piccolo, the new ruler. He is a double strike. If your leader card is red, this card gets 5,000 power and you can't activate blocker in response to its attack. That's a permanent. If you have a red unison card in play with 3 or more markers, play this card from your hand and you can't play copies of this card from your hand for the turn. So he's a free play double strike that can't be blocked, and also only gets to be played for 1 turn. That wasn't described very well, but at the end of your turn, you send him to his owner's warp. So he's a free double striker that leaves at the end of the turn. Downfall of Pride. This is one of my favorite artworks in the set. This rare card. Unfortunately, it's not that good, but it looks nice. Raditz, Giant Force. That's really cool. So that's the artwork on one of the pack artworks. Where is it? We don't. Somewhere. He's a 3-cost unison. He's a blocker, and when this card activates blocker, you switch it to active mode, so he can block twice a turn, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you're losing a marker each time, assuming your opponent out combos over his power. You can ±0, draw 1 card at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode, so he can attack and then be a blocker. And -2, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, return it to its owner's hand, and then at the end of the turn, switch up to 1 of your blue energy to active mode. Pretty cool. The thing is, I've never been a fan of unisons that can't plus themselves. There are some good ones, like the Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, but I just prefer to be able to keep them in play for longer. Another Tyrannical Blow. That's the second one we have pulled. So what the cards I'm looking for from here, obviously the Demigra and a 6-drop Lord Slug. There's a GFR with a foil, Imparted Wishes Tora, sorry. I'm keen to play the Bardock's crew deck, so that's good. Lord Slug, Giant Force. This is one of the best unisons in the set, I think. It's a 2-cost unison that has critical. You can +1 to choose one card in your hand to discard it, and choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, to minus 10,000 power from it for the turn. So it's really good in things like Cooler. It's really just good generic red card. It's got a -4 auto. When your opponent activates a counter card, deal 1 damage to them. So if you get your counters up, you can burn your opponent with this. It's a really good card. I think that was our 3rd GFR. It was, so we still got one more to go. Apologies, that was my doorbell. King Piccolo, sorry. Corrin's Tower Secret Medicine. There's the little senzu beans in his pot there. This gives you plus 5k for the turn like a senzu does. Another foil, the Brave Sword. Look at that Roshi. Explosive Demon Wave. Invoker support. If your leader card is red and you choose one red card in your hand and discard it, negate the battle card's counterattack skill, then switch up to one of your blue energy to active mode and at the end of your turn. So this is a counter that stops a battle card counterattack. So it stops things like Toppo or the Trunks and Gohan that are in blue at the moment. It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's a staple in Invoker, but definitely run as a 1 or 2 of. Has the same activate main that most of the red-blue battle cards have, where you can warp it to look at the top card of your deck and find a red-blue battle card. Red-blue extra card. Apologies. Kami, Lord of the Lookout. Can't say I'm too happy with the SRs from this box so far. They're not really things I'm looking at playing. Son Goku, this is an excellent rare. I do want some red-green cards because I plan to play Nappa when the evolution booster comes out and play him red-green with the Cybermen. There's another Intersecting Fates and King Piccolo Giant Force. So this is a critical dual attack, 3-cost unison. Choose up to one of your red leader cards and it gets plus 5,000 power until the start of your next turn. That's a -2. And -4, you tap 4 and X, so as many energy as you like. You deal X damage to your opponent. So if you tap 5 energy, you deal 1 damage, 6, you deal 2, and so on. Definitely cool as a game ender, but I feel like you'd have to keep this guy on board at least for a turn and have him at -4 range. Doesn't seem that easy to pull off. 3 packs left. Another Anguilla. And there's my boy, Lord Slug, U3 Gain. So that's the card I am looking for most out of this box. I really like this. It's a 1-cost successor 6. Got double strike, 1-cost green. If this card would be removed from your battle area, it's sent to its owner's warp instead. So it stops you from using it as successor cost. So you can't go into Cell Zeno with this card. But that's fine. I think it's really strong for what it is. Auto Bond 3, if your leader card is green, when this card attacks, you can either choose up to one card in your opponent's hand and discard it, or choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. So it's got a green skill in the discard and it's got a yellow skill with the rest mode KO. It's pretty cool, and I think this works nicely in Go Tanks. Getting rid of the 6-drop into a double strike for 1 energy is pretty nice. And the final pack magic, giving us the Cybermen Infinite Swarm at the front and an SR Son Goku off to defeat King Piccolo. He is a deflect triple strike with 5 energy to play him. If your leader card is red, your opponent can't activate blocker skills in response to this card's attack. There's a couple of cards that have that permanent. I feel like it's not that important in the meta at the moment. You don't have that many blocker decks, really. if your leader card is red, when this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards. They get minus 20,000 power for the turn. Then choose up to one of your red unison cards and add a marker to it. Triple attack, deflect. I think it's pretty cool. You could put this in like cooler mill. Having deflect would stop things from kind of getting rid of it, like the freezer, things like the trunks counterplay. But I don't really see it being played, to be honest. Let's go through what we got. So there are, I believe there'll be 18 rares, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 rares. A couple of doubles in there. Let me sort these. So that's SR, GFR, SR. A lot of red in this box. Heaps. So we got Goku, Slug, Explosive Demon Wave, King Piccolo, Son Goku, Herodogan, and King Piccolo again for our 7 SRs. And our GFRs are 3 red, 3 Namekians. It's pretty cool. And Raditz. Honestly, I'm not looking for red cards from this set, so it's pretty sad for me, but they're really nice looking. You can see the foil on these is actually the same kind of foiling as the rares, just with silver effect added, and same as the SRs, but with gold. Similar kind of texture. It's hard to explain, but you'll see when you get your boxes. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope you get some good pulls out of your boxes. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to keep up to date on all the Dragon Ball Super content. We want to thank Grand J Games for all their support and remind you to use the code CyberMen5 at grandjgames.com for 5% off all your singles needs. Cheers.